So let's get started. We'll begin in child's pose. Bring your toes to touch at the back. Hit play on your playlist if you listen to music first, and then settle into your child's pose. Spread your knees wide, walk your palms forward. There's lots of little ways to vary child's pose, but take some time to really settle into this posture, settle into your space as we begin our practice. There's an opportunity here to adapt into maybe knees a little bit closer together. You could rest your head on your forearms. Anything that feels good. As you integrate more deeply into your breath, I will tell you a couple things about the heart chakra. The heart chakra is called the Anahata chakra, and Anahata translates as unstruck or unhurt. The heart chakra, to no surprise, exists in the middle of your chest and encompasses essentially your upper torso, so your chest, your lungs, your heart, your upper back, as well as your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. So all of those are pieces physically that are energetically connected to the heart chakra space. And the essence of the heart chakra, as it comes no surprise, is about love. And love, we really hone in on a couple of things energetically and what that means for us. One is embracing our own identity. So really encompassing that idea of self-love, discovering who we are and really embracing and accepting and loving the person that we find. And then love expressed outward is really about service. And how do we show up? How do we use our time, our energy, our talents to serve from a space of love, the people, the communities, the world around us? So with that in mind, a very simple mantra: inhale, I am. Exhale, compassionate and loving. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. And begin your Ujjayi Pranayama practice. Breathe in and out of your nose, and recognize that this breath, connecting to the pranayama, which is the fourth limb of yoga, is really that entry point to the energetic body. And when we're talking about chakras, we're talking about energies. And so we are bringing balance to that energy, and that really is sparked through your breath. One more inhale through your nose. Through your nose, breathe out. Inhale, push forward to tabletop pose. Suck your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. As you exhale, we'll set up for some cat and cow together with breath. So inhale, cow pose. Arch your spine, lift your gaze, broaden your chest. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, gaze behind your mat. Inhale, cow pose. Lengthen your spine and then arch your back, look up. Exhale, cat pose, lengthen your spine, then round it as you gaze to the back of your mat. One more time, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, back to tabletop pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, lift your hips. Begin to move here in ways that feel really good to you. Find those bends in your knees, and remember that the element that we associate with the heart chakra is air. So that element of air obviously present in the intake and out exhalation of breath, but also the notion of fluidity that we find in air. So always feel free to move and adapt the postures as we need. Come back to stillness and downward facing dog. Lift your hips up, draw your navel in, feel your powerful core begin to engage. And inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, drop your heel towards your seat. You can roll out your ankle, kick your leg, find some deeper motion in your right hip, a little deeper stretch in your right side body as well. And then inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Take a big step forward to the outside of your right foot. Might take more than one step to get there. That's totally fine. And come down to your left knee. First, just find a couple movements here in runner's lunge. Especially because we're still early in our practice, this might feel a little bit tighter than it does when we do runner's lunge later in class. Now in your runner's lunge, come to your fingertips, or if you've got a block, you could also bring your palms onto your block, just trying to get a little bit bigger lift of your chest. Then press your hips forward, really kind of open your heart space beyond the front of your mat. Breathe and maybe even look up. Exhale, wide half split. Straighten your front leg, press your tailbone back. Couple of times with breath. Inhale, runner's lunge, and get that little extra lift of your chest, opening in your heart. Exhale, wide half split. Straighten your right leg, push your hips back. One more time, stay with that breath. Inhale, runner's lunge, full breath to bend forward and lift your chest. Exhale, wide half splits, full breath to push your hips back and stretch your right hamstring. Inhale, back to runner's lunge. You can bring your palms to the mat, curl your back toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Other side, inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hips. So drop your left heel towards your seat this time. Lift your left hip higher. And then again, find some kicks, some wiggles in your ankle, some motion in your hips, whatever feels good. And inhale, left leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Take a big step forward to plant your left foot outside of your left palm and take a peek and make sure that your knee is above or behind your ankle to protect your knee joint. Just a couple little wiggles here in runner's lunge first to feel yourself deepen into the posture and see what it feels like in your body today. And then again, you can come to your fingertips or even bring your block underneath your palms to get that little extra lift of your chest. Push your hips a little bit more forward at the same time. Arch your spine, breathe and exhale, wide half splits. Press your hips back as you dig your left heel in. Couple with breath. Inhale, runner's lunge. Add that little extra lift of your chest, opening of your heart. Exhale, wide half splits. Really embrace that breath connection. Embrace the air. Inhale, runner's lunge. One more time. Shine your heart space forward. Exhale, wide half splits. Press your tailbone back. Inhale, back to runner's lunge. Curl your back toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet forward behind your wrists. From there, grab opposite elbow or forearm. All of these forward folds, when we're really doing a heavy back bending practice, all of these forward folds are the opposite motion. So really take the time to really feel your spine elongate. Bend your knees if that helps to create length in your low back. And you can add a little movement side to side, forwards and backwards. Yeah, switch your grip in your arms as you're ready to the opposite side. You are welcome to a chest expansion, but know that we're going to do a ton of chest expansions in Sun B today. So we will get there if you want to wait to add those in. And then release your fingertips down to the mat. Toe heel your feet all the way together to touch. Bend your knees a lot before you slowly come up to a standing position. Let the crown of your head lift last. A couple shoulder rolls to the back of your mat. Couple shoulder rolls towards the front. And then standing at attention pose, Samasthiti, push your palms into the heart center and blink your eyes closed. Spread your fingers wide, lift your sternum bone right into your thumbs, and just simply take a moment to notice that the spot that your thumbs is pressing into is very much the center of the heart chakra space. So we bring attention here almost every class, but today we embrace it fully. The practice of love as it is expressed energetically in our body. And is there any sort of intention that you'd like to add to that expression today? Maybe it's something around that idea of embracing self, or maybe it's being open and understanding to where there's opportunity to serve more beyond ourselves, beyond our space. Whatever it is, we'll send it out together. Exhale all the air out. Big breath in, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Seal your lips, inhale, I am. Through your nose, exhale, loving and compassionate. Blink your eyes open, palms to your sides. 3 simple sun A's to just really flow. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, high to low plank, step back, bend your elbows halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's go again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, mountain pose, big lengthen and rise. Reach up, maybe you look up. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your chest the full way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, press your way to your toes. Exhale, high to low plank. You could do that from your knees or other variations. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely, my friends. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Last one, inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet to touch at the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, mountain pose, big length and reach and rise up. Exhale, forward fold, full breath to hinge down. Yes, that's it. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, high to low plank or hold high plank or skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog or an option. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. 2 big breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Embrace the air. Inhale, I am. Exhale, compassionate and loving. Time for sun B. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, lift your chest, sweep your fingertips high, pause and breathe in your chair. Sink a little bit lower so your hips come down, push your weight to the back of your heels, and then give that little point of your tailbone down to lift your chest up and feel that length in your low back, engagement of your core. Take a breath in. Exhale, airplane your arms, sweep your fingertips behind you, and inhale, bound chair. Add a chest expansion at the small of your back. Pause and breathe with your chest expansion. So we're gonna do this movement and hold it quite a bit. So if a traditional chest expansion isn't feeling great, you could grab for opposite wrist or forearm. You could give yourself a little fist bump at the small of your back, or airplane arms is an awesome option as well. Now take an inhale in your bound chair. Exhale, bound fold. Keep your chest expansion as you hinge from your hips. Inhale, bound half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bound lunge. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Maintain your chest expansion grip and hinge your chest forward. You can rest your thumbs more to the small of your back if that feels better in your shoulders. So continue to squeeze your shoulder blades together, press into your right heel. And then inhale, crescent lunge, tuck your tailbone, lift your chest, reach your arms high, pause and breathe. Pivot your right hip crease a little bit back, kick the back of your left thigh up and shift your shoulders over your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, press your thumbs to heart center and this time add a back bend. Lift your chest, lift your gaze up a little bit more towards the ceiling. Keep an engagement at your pelvic floor to help you feel a little bit more stable. Lengthen through your low back as you arch your middle and upper back towards the sky. Lovely. Inhale, warrior 2. Lengthen your spine, open your chest, press your left foot down to the mat and breathe. Feel your shoulders restack over your hips. Push back into your right heel and tuck your tailbone underneath. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your right arm forward and down. Lift your left arm up high. Continue to breathe here. Feel that connection between right arm and right leg. Rotate your right rib cage open towards the side of your mat and then lift your gaze up beyond your left palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm up high. Exhale, low lunge. Tense your fingertips on the mat. Inhale, crescent moon, drop down to your left knee, sweep your palms to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we'll hold this first crescent moon. So a couple options, you can interlace your fingers on your front thigh. If you wanted another little back bend here, you could do like a cactus arm back bend or thumbs back to heart center. or maybe a little side bend, right arm down and reach your left arm up and over towards the right side of your mat. Whatever you choose, maintain your lunging legs to get the stretch on the front of your left hip. And inhale, arms back up high. As you exhale, airplane your arms behind you, reach your chest forward, and then add a hamstring curl in your left leg. So kick your left heel towards your seat, broaden your chest, feel your left heel press even closer to the back of your leg. Inhale back to crescent moon, left foot down, reach high. Exhale, low lunge, lift your left knee off the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, feet together to touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold. We go right into the left side. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, lift your chest. Exhale, airplane arms, sweep your fingertips back. Inhale, bound chair, add your chest expansion. Exhale, bound lunge, step your right foot back and hold this first bound lunge on the left. Remember, hinge your chest forward, reach your knuckles towards your right heel and stack your left knee on top of your ankle. Inhale, crescent lunge, release your bind, lift your chest, sweep your fingertips high and breathe. Tuck your tailbone underneath, pivot your left hip crease a little bit back and lift and open through the front of your sternum bone. Breathe in. Exhale, press your thumbs to heart center and add your back bend here. Remember, you decide the depth of your back bend, and we've got plenty more to go. So it doesn't have to be the deepest back bend of all time at any point, really, but allow yourself to emerge into the practice. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior two. Lift and open your chest to the side. Reach through your fingertips. Pause and breathe. Gaze over your left palm. Shrug your shoulders down, then squeeze your shoulder blades slightly together to broaden and expose the front of your chest. Breathe in, all attention on the heart space today. Exhale, extended side angle, reach your left arm forward and down, reach your right arm up high, continue to breathe. Push a little bit more strength from your left leg into your left arm to activate your leg muscles. Rotate your chest open, lift your gaze up. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, low lunge, bring your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, crescent moon, come down to your right knee as you reach up. And then as you exhale, take that crescent moon variation for the first time on the left side. Again, all the options available to you: side bend, back bend, hands to front thigh, something similar to the other side, just to add a little balance from right to left in your body. Maintain your lunging legs, keep your hips squaring towards the front of your mat. And inhale, crescent moon, arms back up high, spine long. Exhale, airplane your arms, reach your chest forward and add the hamstring curl. So kick your right heel up towards your seat, broaden through your chest and squeeze at your pelvic floor. And inhale, crescent moon, back foot down. Exhale, low lunge, back knee up. Inhale, halfway lift, feet to the top. Exhale, forward fold. We go right into our flow. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach high. Exhale, airplane arms. Remember, we're all about air today. Inhale, bound chair, add your chest expansion. Exhale, bound fold, lead with your chest. Inhale, bound half lift, reach your knuckles behind you. Exhale, bound lunge, step your left foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your shoulders above your hips. Exhale, thumbs to heart with as much of a back bend as you please. Inhale, warrior two, open your chest to the side. Exhale, extended side angle, lift your gaze to the ceiling. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the bend in your knee. Exhale, low lunge, tense your fingertips down. Inhale, crescent moon, drop down to your left knee. Exhale, airplane arms, hamstring curl at the same time. Inhale, crescent moon, curl your back toes under. Exhale, low lunge, lift off of your back knee. Inhale, halfway lift, big step to the top. Exhale, forward fold, recommit your breath to the air. Inhale, chair pose, tuck your tailbone. Exhale, airplane arms, reach, reach, reach back. Inhale, bound chair, lift your chest. Exhale, bound lunge, hinge your crown of your head down. Inhale, bound half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bound lunge, step your right foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge, square your hips to the front. Exhale, thumbs to heart, add your back bend here. Inhale, warrior two, gaze over your left palm. Exhale, extended side angle, breath to movement throughout. Inhale, reverse warrior, look up. Exhale, low lunge, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, crescent moon, come down to your back knee. Exhale, airplane arms and add the hamstring curl. Inhale, crescent moon, sweep your palms up high. Exhale, low lunge, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We add on, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, bound chair, listen. Exhale, bound airplane. Stand on your right foot, kick your left heel to your seat, and then straighten your left leg to point your left toe towards the back of your mat. So believe it or not, this is actually a resting posture because we've been moving the entire time. So you have the ability to be still. Lift your navel up and in. Notice where you're gazing and grant yourself a little self-love at the powerful practice you're doing. You're here for 3. Gorgeous, Tammy. Bound standing splits in 2. And 1, bound standing splits. Begin to tuck or drop your chin down as you bring your left toe up. Can always come to a traditional standing splits, fingertips to the mat, or more of a standing L with your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Long spine, you're here for 3. Bound lunge or low lunge in 2. And 1, bound lunge or low lunge, take a big step back with your left foot. And inhale, crescent lunge, back to our flow. Exhale, back bend, lift your gaze up. Inhale, warrior two, open your chest to the side. Exhale, extended side angle, return to the breath connection. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your palm high. Exhale, low lunge, tense your fingers on the mat. Inhale, crescent moon, bring your back knee down. This time as you exhale, we'll add a quad stretch. So bring your right hand on top of your right thigh. Do that hamstring curl, and this time with your left hand, reach back and grab the inside edge of your left foot like you would in dancer's pose. If it's more accessible, you can grab the outside edge as well. Once you're there, you could go a traditional dancer style posture with your right arm up high. Bring your heel in towards your seat, and dancer you would kick away. This one you want to bring your heel in. You'll feel that arch in your back, stretch on the front line of your body, opening to the experience. Yes, beautiful, Roxy, you've got it. You're here for 3. Back to crescent moon in 2. And 1, release your foot, arms high, take a big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, tense your fingers on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, feet to touch at the top. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down. Final side, inhale, chair pose, sit low, lift up. Exhale, airplane your arms, reach behind you. Inhale, bound chair, 1 more chest expansion and sun B. Exhale, bound airplane. Stand on your left foot, kick your right heel up to your seat, and then extend your right foot towards the back of your mat. Broaden through your chest. That's what these chest expansion grips are all about. So shoulder blades together, opening through your pectorals, broadening through your collarbones, lengthen through your standing leg. Yes, Beth, gorgeous. You're here for 3. Bound standing splits in 2. And 1, bound standing splits. Begin to drop your chin as you lift your toe up. Traditional standing splits, totally welcome, because bound standing splits is really, really hard. So you do you, always okay to adapt. Never a bad choice in yoga to treat yourself well. You're here for 3. Low lunge or bound lunge in 2. And 1, low lunge or bound lunge, big step back with your right foot. Let's finish it out. Inhale, crescent lunge, powerful rise up. Exhale, back bend, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Inhale, warrior 2, reach long through your fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle, open your chest. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, look up. Exhale, low lunge, fingertips down. Inhale, crescent moon, right knee to the mat one more time. Exhale, set up, whatchamacallit? What do we call it? Quad stretch. Left hand to thigh, right foot, kick your right foot to your seat and reach back and get that grip, either inside edge or outside edge of your foot. Both are fine. You could do that traditional dancer upper body, but remember, rather than kicking away from your seat, the goal here is to actually bring your foot closer to your leg to get the stretch on the front of your quad, rather than the focus on engaging your glutes. Feel the arch in your back, the opening of your heart space. Everything today, my friends, comes back to heart, comes back to love. How do you experience that here? For 3, crescent moon in 2. And 1, crescent moon, release your foot, lift your gaze, take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge, fingertips to the mat. Now we vary it a little bit. Inhale, high plank pose, step your left foot back. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. We're gonna set up what my friend Tom called cobra sit-ups. So set up cobra pose, feet to touch at the back, chin down, but then like sit-ups, interlace your hands behind your head. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your chin, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your chest. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your chest. So you're lifting into a cobra pose with your exhale breath. This is really engaging the muscles along your spine, which are so important as we move into the deeper back bends we're going to do in the second half of our practice. So go nice and slow, nice and controlled in these movements here. Yeah. You look fantastic. Exhales will help you lift. Inhales will control the lower. Exhales help you lift. Inhales control the lower. You're here for 4, 3, hold it high in 2, and 1, lift and hold for 4, navel up and in for 3, chest broad for 2, chin down in 1, chin down, push your palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll continue our core, then we'll take a break. So step through, come all the way down to your back for a more traditional core series with basic crunches. Feet hip width distance, hands back behind your head, breathe in. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift you up. Use your exhale breath again to control your movement and feel the exertion as well. You can go a little slower. You can go a little faster. You know the drill by now, right? All these core exercises, though, really powerful in keeping our back bends safe by keeping core muscles nice and engaged, ready to move and deepen us into these more in-depth postures. You're here for 4, 3, pulse it up in 2, and 1, add a pulse. Tiny movements off your mat, 1 inch up, 1 inch down, lift, lift, gaze to the sky. 4, 4, 3, bicycle twist in 2, and 1, bicycle twist. Twist it right, to left, to right, to left. So we aren't doing a ton of twisting in our practice today. We'll do a little bit after this. But what this does is it helps your oblique muscles become a little bit more engaged as well. So your whole core is this like casing around your torso. And again, those oblique muscles will help provide a sense of security as we do deeper movement in the opening of your chest, the opening of your torso during our back bends. Here for 4, 3, pulse it right in 2, and 1 to the right. 4, 4, 3, pulse it left in 2, and 1 to the left. 4, 4, this is it. 3, long body stretch in 2, and 1, long body stretch, arms long, legs long. Huge breath in, let it feel great. Huge breath out, let it feel even better. All right, hug your knees into your chest. You might get a couple little rocks side to side first, and then rock yourself forwards and backwards. We'll meet in a seat. So you can choose to sit on your block or your sit bones, your heels, whatever allows you to feel like you're sitting with a nice long spine. In just a moment to kind of just be and breathe after especially such a vigorous sun B that we did. So bring attention to your heart. You could do a traditional thumbs to heart, or I've been really enjoying this like pledge of allegiance, like one palm over your heart, other palm over that palm. And once you've made a choice with your seat and your hands, close your eyes. Again, the energetic practice is happening at just as intense of a level as the physical practice. We give a lot of focus in the movement to what your muscles and your joints and your bones are doing. But there's these energetic highways that are also doing a lot right now. So energy is really moving through you, especially around the pieces connected to your heart. So take just about 30 seconds here in stillness and silence to just be open and curious to what the energetic practice is like for you today. Exhale all the air from your lungs. Big breath in, I am. Big breath out, compassionate and loving. Gently blink your eyes open. We'll meet in down dog, but I highly suggest stopping and having a drink of water along the way. And my dog is passed out on the couch behind me, and she was literally snoring in my ear while I was trying to teach, and it was kind of hilarious, her lack of enthusiasm or interest in what we're doing. All right, down dog. When you get there, re-engage the Ujjayi Pranayama breath. So those nostril breaths, really getting back into the energetic practice, embracing and valuing the breath as a doorway and entry point to that energetic body. Breathe in. Through your nose, breathe out. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your palms. Inhale, warrior one. Step your left foot in so you can push your left heel down to the mat. Square your hips to the front, lift your chest, and breathe. To help square your hips, bring your right hip crease a little bit back. Push into your left heel, really engage your back leg so much you feel your left glute flex as well. And point your tailbone down. Breathe in. Exhale, open twist. Reach your left arm forward, your right arm back. And then inhale, Exalted Warrior. Drop your right palm down to your left leg. Lift your left fingertips up to the ceiling. Lift your gaze and breathe, my friends. Re-push into your warrior one legs. Feel your chest arch a little bit more forward than up. And feel your heart and your throat open here in this posture. A really good representation of what happens in the chakra system. We'll talk more about that on the other side. You're here for 3. Back to your open twist in 2. And 1. Back to your open twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Take a big breath in, reach long through your fingertips. Exhale, low lunge twist. Keep your arms open wide, plant your left fingertips down. You can bring your legs back to a more traditional low lunge stance, or you can keep your warrior one legs. It's really up to you. This is really meant to be a chance to feel the stretch on the outer part of your bent hip and your bent leg, while also getting a little bit of twisting into our practice. And then from here, we're going to play with a really fun, quote unquote, fun transition. So your chest will stay open, but we're going to move towards half moon. So you'll move your chest open to the other side. So bring your right palm down on top of your block, kick your left foot up, lengthen your right leg, twist your chest open to the other side, and reach your left arm high. Remember, all of these postures get to wobble and get to kind of move and adapt and try again and step down and come back. Like all of that is absolutely okay. It isn't about so much that it happens in a certain way. It's about that it happens, right? So just notice your process. Stay with your own breath. You're here for 3. Forward fold, fingertips down first in 2. And one, forward fold, fingertips down, then bring your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, big lengthen and rise up. Exhale, dancer on the left side. So bring your left elbow to your left side body, palm face up. Kick your left heel to your seat. Grab the inside edge of your foot, knees together to touch to start. And then as you're ready, you can begin your full dancer posture to the depth that you'd like. Now you're working to kick your back foot away from your seat as you point your left knee behind you. Push your chest forward rather than down to add the back bend to the posture. Very much a back bend. That's actually the signature movement in dancer, even though we're focusing a lot on balancing as well. Yes, you're here for 3. Airplane pose in 2. And 1, airplane pose. Let go of your foot. Kick your left foot back. Sweep your palms behind you. Get really long in your standing leg. And then add that bound airplane one more time. Chest expansion. Reach your knuckles behind you. You're here for 3. Bound lunge in 2. And 1, bound lunge, big step back, plant your left foot down. Inhale, crescent lunge, sweep your palms up high. Exhale, warrior 2, open your chest to the side. Inhale, star pose, big X shape to the side. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Parallel your feet, arms to a T, and then hinge from your hips. Press your palms underneath your shoulders. I invite you to stay really simple and wide leg forward fold on this side. We'll have a second side here to adapt and play a little bit in wide leg forward fold, but you have been super energetic and super active in the practice. So this is a nice moment to just be. And as your physical body is in a space of stillness, your energetic body and your breath, that sense of air again, will keep things from being static. So just notice the nuances, notice the sensations, the emotions, the thoughts that go through your mind. Really, really nice. If they're not there, walk your palms underneath your shoulders. Take a breath in, get a little lift of your chest. Exhale, low lunge, face the front of your mat. Inhale, 3-legged dog, kick your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip like we did at the beginning of class. This time the option to flip your posture over to a flip down dog. Stamp your right foot down outside your mat, push into your left palm to help lift your chest, lift your hip points up to the ceiling, and reach your right fingertips behind you beyond the front of your mat. Yes, beautiful, you're here for 3. Back to your 3-legged dog in 2. And 1, clench your palms, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to high plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Take your time. When you reach your mat, you're welcome to do cobra or we'll do floor bow. For floor bow, kick your heels to your seat. Reach back and capture the tops of your feet. Knees, squeeze them a little bit more together. And then inhale, kick into your hands. Exhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze beyond the front of your mat. So all of those chest expansion postures that we've been doing have been preparing you for this here. So your front of your chest and shoulders is really open. So really kick into that, relax your shoulders. Maybe you get a little more lift of your thighs off of the mat. Engage your inner thighs, rock your weight forward, lift your chest higher, maximum heart opening possibility here for 3. Keep kicking 2. And 1, gently bring your chin down. Left ear to the mat to start, gaze to the right, palms beside you. Maybe you do that little windshield wiper with your legs. So full of energy from your heart space. What is that like? For me, it's overwhelming. All of these heart openers for me bring with it a lot in a way I don't really know if I know how to even put into words. So maybe that's true for you, maybe it's not, but just notice what is true and how you do feel. And then switch your gaze to the other direction. This is actually the last belly down posture we're gonna do. We're gonna do something different on the second side. So right ear down, gaze to the left, just to add a little balance and the little neck stretch that's happening in this belly down posture. All right, lovely, my friends. Gently bring your chin back to center. Press your palms underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Inhale, high plank, powerful push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yes, big breath in. I am. Big breath out, loving and compassionate. Left side, inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step all the way through to your palms. Inhale, warrior one, press your right heel down, shorten your stance as you need, sweep your palms up and breathe. Feel the knife edge of your right foot press at the back of your mat. Push into your left heel and lift your chest up above your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, open twist, right arm forward, left arm back. And then inhale, exalted warrior one. Drop your left palm down, reach your right arm up, lift your gaze, lift your chest, pause and breathe right here. So you'll notice you start from this very secure foundation, but you start to open and lift and reach above you in a way that is very much beyond that foundation and builds upon it. That is the chakra system. From the root through the top, you are starting from somewhere secure and opening to somewhere divine. And the heart chakra is the bridge between the upper and the lower halves. You're here for 3. Back to your open twist in 2. And 1, back to your open twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Take a big breath in, reach a little longer. Exhale, low lunge twist, right fingertips down. You can keep your warrior one legs or step your left toes back a little bit. Open your chest a little bit more. You can even bring your block under your right palm. I actually find that really helpful on this side to feel a little bit deeper twist, open to the left. And then from here, that transition to half moon, block to your left palm, walk it a little bit forward, then twist your chest open to the opposite side, right arm high, lift your right hip, kick your right heel higher, long in every limb, long in your side bodies, let it be wobbly, let it feel precarious, but just embrace what is here as an aspect of self-love. You're here for 3. Forward fold in 2. And 1, fingertips to the mat first, then bring your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Come to stand one more time. Inhale, mountain pose, big lengthen and rise up. Exhale, dancer on the right. We are in our final stretch, my friends. Right elbow to right side body, kick your heel to your seat. Bring your knees together first. And then as you're ready, you dance your posture as much or as little as you please. Remember, the goal is a lifted chest rather than a lunge forward. That is what will give you the back bend portion of the posture. Keep your standing leg nice and strong. So flex your left quadricep and flex your right glute as you kick away from your seat. You're here for 3. Gorgeous airplane pose in 2. And 1, airplane, release your foot and kick your right big toe back. Broaden your chest, stay long in your standing leg. Add 1 more bind behind you, chest expansion grip, and your bound airplane. You're here for 3. Bound lunge in 2. And 1, big step back, bound lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up high. Exhale, warrior 2, come back to the breath connection. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. You could take a variation on the way down into your fold. And when you reach the bottom, you can take a variation here as well. Whatever serves you best in your practice today, gift yourself that opportunity. So as we've talked about with each of our chakras, we are looking for balance in that chakra. So a kind of a right sizing of the energy. So that means that we can recognize and accept that it can be too much or too little at different points in time. So what does it mean to be excessive or be deficient in the heart chakra space? It really means we're excessive or deficient in that energy of love. So embracing of self, of discovering who we are and loving that person, as well as being able to serve and commit to service in the world around us. And we'll talk more about what that looks like a little bit later. So as you're ready, come back to your wide leg forward fold. Walk your palms underneath your shoulders. Add a little breath in, a little length of your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Opportunity here to flip your posture over to a flipped down dog. Stamp your left foot down. Push into your right palm. Reach your left arm beyond the front of your mat. The goal is to get your hip points as high as you can. Someday this could even transition to wheel pose, both palms to the mat, square hips to the ceiling. Yes, you're here for three. So powerful. Three-legged dog in two. And one, palms down. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then this time, come down to your knees on your mat and come to stand on your knees, and we'll prepare for camel pose. So for camel, I recommend using your block. So stick your block between your thighs at either its smallest width or its medium width, whichever one allows you to squeeze while keeping your knees below your hips. Then shoulders over hips to start. Push your palms to the small of your back and squeeze your elbows behind you. From here, begin to squeeze your block with your legs. As you do, lift your chest, lift your gaze. By squeezing your block, you're keeping your lower body engaged as you start to open into the posture in your upper body. Perhaps your gaze starts to come down the wall behind you. If that's the case, maybe try reaching for your heels. Recommit to pressing your hips forward the more that you arch through your spine, and maintain a tuck of your chin to encourage this to be a back bend rather than a neck bend. Amazing, such good versions, my friends. Stay for just another breath or two and experience the opportunity of an open heart. And then gently, gently walk your gaze back forward. Once your chest is lifted, remove your block. You can have a seat on it or on your heels. And then close your eyes. Again, you can bring one hand to heart, the other hand on top of that, or your thumbs to heart center, whatever feels meaningful. And enjoy just a couple breaths here with all of that heart energy just flowing, flowing, flowing in a more right-sized, super energetic manner. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, compassionate and loving. And blink your eyes open. Downward facing dog awaits you. Press your palms at the top of your mat. Step your feet back, pedal and wiggle. We got plenty of time to stretch it out and do our final postures together. So inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon this time. Bring your knee to your wrist. Keep a flex in your foot. Point your left big toe straight back. This might be a great day for that lifted chest half pigeon. You could even, again, use your block, kind of like runner's lunge we did at the beginning of class. A little more lift of your chest, lift of your gaze, arch in your back. This actually feels super, super good to me today, but if it doesn't feel great to you or you want a different variation, go for it. When you're ready, if you want to, you never have to actually, you can come to a sleeping pigeon, walk your palms forward. Let your forehead rest on your mat. If you want to add the quad stretch here, you could kick your left heel to your seat. Keep your right fingertips tinted. Reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot. All sorts of other half pigeon variations too, right? So you do the ones that serve you best. So if we are deficient in the heart chakra, it means we are deficient in that energy of love. That can come across in a couple ways. We can be really judgmental of other people, because by being judgmental of other people, we disconnect ourselves from them. It could also mean that we feel unworthy of love. So we compartmentalize our feelings for other people because we don't see ourselves as worthy of what they offer, because we haven't loved ourselves yet. As you're ready for the second side, begin that journey. Whatever version you're in, make your way back through down dog. If you're on your back, you can just switch sides. Otherwise, back through down dog, wiggle, pedal, kick, counter stretch, whatever feels good. And then as you're ready, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left, knee to wrist, right big toe straight back. And again, maybe that lifted chest variation feels really good. Maybe it doesn't. One side can be different from the first, right? So You decide what is best for you. And once you're there, let yourself settle in for a couple breaths. So what's it like to be excessive in the energy of the love chakra, the heart chakra? It's codependency is a really simple way to define it, where we're kind of like addicted to love. So seeking out the attention, the validation of others, or putting all of our focus on taking care of the needs of somebody else. So it could be insisting somebody do it for us, or we insist on taking care and being there for others. So kind of going too far into the service aspect or too far into the self-indulgency of self-acceptance. So in between those two things is a right-sized version of love. And it usually means that we're out of balance lots of times, right? So it's okay to be out of balance, but we can bring some attention and recognition back to the middle. As you're ready, come back through down dog, walk your palms up, lift your hips, wiggle, pedal, let it feel good. Final down dog, take a breath in, take a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way through, bring your feet out in front of you, one seated forward fold to go with all these back bends. So sit bones right underneath you, flex your toes to your face, spine super straight, breathe, and exhale, fold over your thighs. Try to keep that nice long spine as you grab for your feet. Remember, you could bend your knees a little bit more. That'll help lengthen your low back. Broaden your chest forward, inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs, the opposite motion of that big camel pose we just did. And breathe in. Breathe out. Let your chin tuck to your chest. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, roll all the way down to your back. You can have your block nearby if you'd like, because we're going to set up a bridge pose or a supported bridge pose, or if you're really feeling it, you could go for wheel as well. Feet in hip width distance, palms next to you for bridge. If you're doing wheel, bring your palms by your ears. And then inhale, lift your hips. As you exhale, if you want a supported bridge, you can slide your block underneath your sacrum and rest your low back onto your block. If you'd like a wheel, as you exhale, push into your palms to lengthen your shoulders or your arms and lift your shoulders up. Lift your hips a little higher unless you're in supported bridge, and then you let the block support you. Activate your inner thighs, feel your chest lift towards your chin move away from your chest. You're here for 3. Slowly lower down, recline bound angle in 2. And 1, slowly lower down, recline bound angle pose, feet together to touch, knees open wide. Remove your block if it's underneath you. Again, your palms can bring attention to your heart if you'd like, or you can let your palms rest on your hip points, your belly, one of each, none of the above, whatever you'd like. Fun fact, I think it's a fun fact. Bridge pose, bow pose, and camel pose are all the same posture, just different parts of your body touching the mat, which is wild to me because I find camel excruciating, but I love bridge. So it's just interesting how literally flipping your body can provide a completely different experience. If this feels like a good spot to end, it could definitely be an ending. Just a couple more postures if you want them. Gently guide your knees into touch and hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby pose. Grab the arches of your feet. You could grab your fronts of your lower legs. So grab your shins. I like to grab behind my knees. That helps my hips feel open, but also my spine feel connected to the mat. And then based on all the back bends we've done, give yourself a really vigorous little rock side to side. Just get a nice massage along your back. Those muscles have done a lot of work today. And just let it feel nice, let it feel happy. And then we'll end with a supine twist. Hug your knees into your chest. Then extend your left leg out long. Keep your right knee hugged in. Use your left hand to guide your right knee across. Reach your right arm open next to you. And we haven't twisted a ton today, so this twist could be what it is, right? Doesn't need to be of depth. It's really, again, a spine neutralizing opportunity. So just twist yourself gently, using as little exertion as possible. And maybe it's time to close your eyes as well. And feel the opportunity to begin the process of letting go. And then slowly come back to center. Give your knee a hug and then switch out your legs. Leg long, opposite knee in. Guide your left knee across your body with your left arm open next to you. And again, just let it feel gentle. We were super twisty in our previous sequence, and we haven't been in this one. So the ending is going to feel very different when our bodies are doing different things. And then slowly bring your knee back to center. Gather yourself into a tiny little ball, chin to chest, forehead to knees. Hug yourself around your shins and give yourself a big lovable squeeze. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale, Shavasana, corpse pose. Legs long, let your feet splay open. Arms beside you, palms face up. And then just enjoy. Maybe about 90 seconds here in the stillness and silence of this moment to feel that energy running through you and embrace what you see and you find. Enjoy. One thing that I heard to describe the heart chakra is the heart chakra is the space where we learn to love who we are. And the throat chakra is the space where we find the courage and the expressiveness to present that person out loud to the world. So the journey with the chakras continues with that throat chakra energy next up, starting next weekend. So as you're ready to reemerge to your week, just start to wiggle. Gently at first, and let the wiggles get bigger, breath start to grow deeper. And then when you're ready, a long body stretch awaits you. And take a big breath in there. And a big breath out as well. Hug your knees in, roll to a fetal posture on either side first. And then from that fetal posture, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And one more time, bring attention to the heart chakra space. Press your thumbs to your sternum, spread your fingers wide and lift through the crown of your head. And take just a moment to acknowledge that this is a really interesting journey, right? To explore these energies in addition to these challenging physical practices, but we're doing it and we're doing it well. So give yourself some kudos, give yourself some love for being here to experience this today. And press your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, which acknowledges we are enlightened, we are intuitive, we are humbled beings when we practice and choose to be. Bowing forward, we seal this practice, saying peace, my friends.